I was diagnosed with lupus at the age of 10 years old. Now I'm 30, so I'm going on 20 years. Actually, I was born a crack baby, so we're gonna take it there. My mother, she is still a recovering crack addict. They told my mom that I wouldn't live past
a certain age,
2 weeks. For her being on drugs, she couldn't take me home and tried to steal me from the hospital. Like literally, she tried to take me from the hospital. We hear stories about her selling other kids that she had, different things. Like it's 13 of us, but we only know 7. Where are the other 6 children? Since I'm like one of the oldest, I try to keep all of us together. We were all placed in different households. I don't have children, but technically I have children because my siblings are my children. She struggles with it. Everybody has their problems. Mine is kind of inside. I struggle with this disease mostly at night. You know, they'll say, oh, you get up, you're always tired, you this and this. That's what the disease is. The hardest times, I would say, are the hospital stays. I didn't have too many people to come stay. Like I said, my mom was a recovering addict. And I remember my mama, she came in there one day, she heard that I had my first seizure. It was mid-July, it's 90 degrees outside. She had a chinchilla coat on with green hair. We have the Sunday school president, the youth pastor in there, all these people that I look up to, and she comes in there with that on. I was so embarrassed. That's when my kidneys weren't doing too good. I had just started having seizures. And she came in there and I was so embarrassed. And after that, I just said, I don't have to worry about it. I don't want anybody else to come see me. Lupus is an immunodeficiency disease. It actually fights against yourself instead of fighting against the colds, flus, whatever kind of viruses you may catch out there. Lupus fights against you, so it's fighting against my brain. I have seizures. It's fighting against my kidneys. I have kidney nephritis. You know, it fights against my bones, my joints, my teeth. Like I try to take as much care of my teeth as I can because, you know, they're coming out. My disease fights against me. It causes me to be 10 times stronger than the ordinary person.
About 2009, when she really started suffering with her lupus, she started to have seizures and she wasn't able to live on her own. So we have mutual family and they took her in and they took care of her. I had my first child at 21, so during that time I wasn't really ready to be a mother, and she was there to pretty much guide me through and support me. It was a really hard time in my life because I just did not, I wasn't ready. She was strong, she stood right by me, and she, you know, helped me through it. There were times where, you know, even now today that I go through hardships and she's there for me, lift me up, give me encouragement. I learned from her, and that's why I was able to help her in her journey with the lupus. I remember times when she was in the hospital and I had to go and bathe her, you know, so she was strong with even doing that because it takes a lot to let somebody just really, really take care of you.
On when someone is available, or should I have them stand by?
I was involved in an accident. I was hit by a 1992 Astros van. I got hit on my feet, like on my feet, like wide awake. Yeah, like it knocked me off of my feet and flew me on top of the van and tossed me back on the ground. I thought it was like a 2-lane kind of street. I didn't realize Alameda was 4 lanes. There's no crosswalks there though.
You were walking with a group?
Yeah, it was 3 of us. We were walking like across the street like a row of ducks. The first girl, she made it to the grass. The second girl, which is my best friend, she got hit, but she got hit by like the tail light. She was knocked out and she got up and she was like the wind was knocked out of her. I was knocked on top of the van. The top of it is dented. The windshield was cracked. Like I felt like I was in a movie. Like I was tossed on top of it and I landed like this. All I remember is walking into the middle of the street, crossing the street, and then waking up like this with my head down, because you know this is the side that was all messed up. All my hair was covered in blood, and then I could feel concrete in my mouth. It was my tooth that chipped. He didn't get a ticket, he didn't get nothing. I got a ticket for not crossing at the right place. My recovery process has taken about a month and a half. I had a broken tibia bone. I tried to put a little makeup on today for you guys, but you can still see my road rash. The first day I was, honestly, I was just kind of worried about my face. Like it felt like knives were digging inside of my skin. My cousin came in and she know how I feel about like my skin and stuff. Because of lupus, of course, it can eat your skin away. I said, how does my face look? And she just busts out crying. Well, how do I cope with it? I'm just grateful, so grateful to be alive. I could be dead. The Lord has blessed me in so many ways. You know, I've had car accidents before, but this here, honey, this tops it all. I could be paralyzed. Half of my face could be gone. I'm extremely grateful for just being alive. How do I cope with it? Thanking God every single day. I had the things on my chest, you know, the IV stuck on my arm, and I was kind of pulling my best friend who got hit, who had just got hit. She said that she was trying to figure out what I was pulling for. She had got out of her bed, helped me, and then she looked, she said, what are you doing? And she looked at my face and she said, I was just. So that's the scary part, because you wake up and you don't know what happened. You don't know where you are. It's hard. I could have a seizure one day and not wake up. It takes a lot to deal with this. A lot of people don't know my everyday struggle, and I always often say everything that glitters isn't gold. You may see this face and think, oh, she has it all together. No, baby, I don't. I try to go get my hair done, get my nails done, and, you know, pick myself up. My beautician, she's kind of like my extra sister.
We had some thinnings, some shedding, some mad balls going on sometimes because of the, you know, the medicines that she was taking. We also had some patches that kind of, you know, got thin when she was having some rough times with her lupus. But for the most part, I was able to get it back healthy, nice long, down the back, all flowing.
She helps me out. Oh my God, she is so awesome. I mean, after I got hit by the van, like I said, my life is a whirlwind.
I was nearly killed in a wreck. Someone hit me from behind and I rolled my SUV 3 times across the Southwest Freeway. And they pulled me out hanging upside down. This whole arm is numb. I had staples in my scalp. I had a bloody scalp, but I was really lucky. Once you begin to understand suffering is a condition and you begin to accept it instead of fight it, it straightens out your mind.
What made me push through would be my children. I have to look at their faces and push myself to get up, take care of business. And of course, God, you know, God gives me so much strength, so much power, and just knowing that He's watching over me and watching over my life is just more than enough.
My strength comes from the Lord. You know, I think the Lord has been trying to tell me something. He's been trying to wake me up, open my eyes.
I would say definitely look towards Jesus, look towards God, like know that He's always in control. Like you're not in control of your life, He's in control of your life.
Y'all don't pray now. Y'all need to start praying. I don't care if it's sitting on the couch saying, thank you, Jesus. It's like I walk out the door and I say, help me, Lord. And I come back home and I say, thank you, Jesus. Y'all start praying. The Lord is real. Whoever created the strand of hair on your head, baby, thank God for it.
And at the end of the day, when you do feel weary, know that there is a high power that will never leave you nor forsake you. Does not look down on you because of your faults or your inhibitions or things that you can't conquer. He doesn't care if you're dirty, you're clean, whether you're rich or you're poor. He's there for you always. And just remember that every day is not going to be perfect, but know that God is with you and that you can push through anything.
That's how I cope with it. Thank you, Jesus, every day. If you can pray for me, that means more to me than anything. Praying for me, coming to see me and supporting me in everything that I go through, that means a lot. Not feeling sorry for me. Don't feel sorry, because I don't feel sorry for myself. Everybody can't handle what I go through, and I feel like I'm different. And different is good sometimes. My life is a whirlwind.